Hi guys, welcome back to Water Road. As it's the new year, I thought I'd do a new year update and obviously brave it and show myself on camera for the first time. I've currently got the exhibition layout I'm building on the floor at the moment, and it hasn't got any stands, so it's on the kitchen floor. But before we get into the update, I just thought I'd show you a couple of purchases. Well, firstly, a Christmas present. I've got the Dynamis Ultima for Christmas from my parents, which is really nice. So this is what's going to be running my layout. I used to have the Gauge Master Express, but I find this has definitely got a few more functions that I like. Second Christmas present, this windmill, which because my layout's based on like the I'm gonna say Norfolk area, so they have a lot of windmills around there, and I've been on holiday there a few times, and yeah, I'm going to have a windmill on the final section of the layout, which I haven't even started on yet. And purchase I got yesterday is this Hornby Ruston, and the reason I got this is because I have a 5-inch gauge ride-on Ruston from Maxi Track in the garage, so I'm going to do a unboxing video on this, and I'll show you that in that video as well, and give you my thoughts and opinions on this and show it running. So I think that's everything. Please subscribe. We're over 120, 130 subscribers now. So I've only been doing it a month or two, so it's going really well. Other than that, feel free to comment. If you have me on Facebook, send me any pictures and videos you want to be featured in the video. I'm more than happy to use them. And let's get on with the layout update. Right, so the first section you see here is what I've been working on, so ignore the creases in the sky. I'm having a bit of problems with my back scene, but this is the first section, well, this is the middle section of my layout. So this is the one that I've been doing all the tutorials on. So I've been doing the static grass, the canal, which still needs filling. Been getting some track work done. This is the 08, which I repainted and renumbered. Really pleased with that. And there's a video on that on my channel as well if you want to go check that out. Also down here is the Railway Modeller's Hut from their January edition, which I did a tutorial on as well. And this area here is in the static grass tutorial. So yeah, more videos on my channel if you want to check them out. So yeah, this is the middle section, which is going to have all the power and everything coming from it. And then that gets connected to this section here, which is a 4 foot by 2.5 foot board. As it goes around the corner, it's got the corner bends, as you can see, nice smooth curves, so the back scene follows it perfectly the whole way around, which I'm really pleased with. The back scene's a lot better on this side than it is over there. As you can see, they've got an EMU there, which my girlfriend got me for Christmas. I've only been able to run it a little bit because I don't have that much track. Currently working on my first platform, which is going to go in this section just here. I've put the drainage in for the central reservation of the rails in the 6 foot bit, so that's looking rather good. Also in this section has my motorway bridge, which is going up to my made up place Tilly Vale, which is just a sign I made on Microsoft Word. I've just followed the template from Google, and yeah, I've not really done too much on this aside. Obviously I built the roads and the central reservations, weathered the roads. The roads were actually a Gauge Master kit, but I put them onto a thick bit of card and weathered them up, and I think they look really good. I've also got just here, if you can see it there, and here are some sort of tarmac patches just to represent that there's been work done on the roads. Got a few more of them to put down, but I've got a whole set of them, so yeah, I think they'll look nice once they're in. So the section of track here above the motorway bridge, I've sort of started doing some kind of sort of just seeing what sort of the ballast would look like across here. It's not the neatest job, so please ignore that. It will be much improved by the time I've come round to weathering it and doing the ballast on both sides. I still have to separate the sleepers on this side for this rail. I have to join up the track here and separate the sleepers using the railway laser lines tool, which is super useful, makes it super easy to separate the sleepers. So as this crosses over to the main board, as you can see here, I've started putting some trunking which I made myself using some sort of plastic rods, I think they were, and I chopped them up and painted them orange. So I think you'll find that's going to look rather good once there's ballast over the top of that. Still need to add the sleepers here and cut the track and make some kind of electrical joint underneath and on top to make sure the trains run fully across without derailing over the two boards. Bought this little set just on a whim, just some campers to sit up on the hill over here. So as you can see here, I've been really putting some work in on the scenic side of the layout. As you can see, the little footpath that runs up from the canal. Let's get an angle of that. From the canal, round the back of the bridge, over the bridge, and back down. I still need to do this side of it, but this side's virtually complete. The bridge is a Metcalf kit, which my dad split in half, pulled apart, and added this middle section. So you'd have to look really closely actually to notice that that's not the original size of the Metcalf bridge, just to fit my custom size canal. And I'm really, really pleased with that. The footpath running along the back still needs a bit of weathering, and I need to remove that white line across the top there. But aside that, there's some of the trees I got for Christmas, and I hope you'll agree with me that that whole back area now looks really, really realistic. I'm super pleased with how that's come on. As I say, the back scenes are causing me a few problems at the moment. I'm trying to remove a lot of these sort of air gaps that have somehow appeared over time. Not really sure why that is, but if you know, please let me know in the comments how I can fix that. So that's pretty much everything on the layout side of it. As I say, I've got this section here, and then the middle section here, and then there's going to be one more L-shaped section on the end here, and then that's going to run round to a feeder yard round the back. And then once it's up on stands, which are all going to be 1 meter high, this should be verging towards having some kind of complete circuit to actually run some trains on. So with regards to rolling stock for the layout, as you can see, I've got the EMU there. I've also got the D-class behind it, which is an old Hornby model that I've soldered a decoder in and put front and rear lights on, which I'm really happy with. So hopefully I'll have that running around the layout in no time. Also mentioned, I've got this 08 class that I custom painted in BR blue. So we're over at my little workbench area at the moment, my temporary workbench area. And the only other extra purchases I've made for the scenery are this bag of polyfiber, which I've seen a couple of other YouTubers use, and they've highly recommended it. So I had to go get some of that to sort of improve my scenery. I've also got some oil to oil up the trains. I haven't actually done any of this before, so thought I'd give that a go, see if I can improve the performance. Got my Dynamis controller, which I've been playing with. What else have we got? We've got these two sets of metal rods, which I think are going to be what I use to join the two boards. I'm going to solder this to the far side of the track, and then on each side, and then these ones fit just snug inside these ones, so I can have a nice strong connection. I can just sort of slide to lock the connection and undo to remove the boards. Here's the rail match blue. That's the only other thing I've purchased, which is what I used for the 08. And for the Ruston, I thought I'd need a 4-function Hornby decoder, but it turns out I need a 2-function Hornby decoder. So I've got one of them on the way in the post today. So hopefully that arrives later on and I can fit it into the Ruston and get it running. So yeah, it means I've got another excuse to buy another DCC ready loco now, which I can use this for. So that's good. So that concludes my layout update for the new year. I hope you enjoyed that. I wasn't really sure what I could show. I mean, I've done a lot of progress on the middle board, but the end board hasn't had much love recently, so I really need to get started on some of those things. Other than that, all I've got to say is thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a really good new year. Please subscribe, like and comment, and I'll see you in 2020.